A studio programme, I feel, has its own grammar. By anchoring it in a studio, you get a sense of engagement with the presenters. It just says something to the viewer. This is this particular kind of show.
The main difference with the studio show is negotiating all the people together on one day. We've started today without a script, really. We've had the bare bones of a script, but it's all being written as we go through the day. So a lot of things change and we react to stuff that's happened in the news. So some of the elements that are going into the show will change.
We did the 3 pilots 2 weeks before. It's obviously really important to test not just the talent, not just the ideas, but things like the set and the graphics packages and stuff like that. And also leave yourself enough time so that any changes or any issues can be addressed.
In the rehearsal and pilot stage, I spent quite a lot of time in the office making sure we've got all the sort of technical equipment that we're going to need and we've got the staffing that we want. You put all the systems in place, so there's quite a lot of work before show 1. But once you're running, I turn up on the day and get given a script, sometimes as everybody else, and film that script.
As a floor manager, I'm the only person really on the whole production that knows all departments, including the production side, so the producers, the researchers, the cameramen, the sound men, and obviously the gallery, all those sort of things, and the talent. And I'm the person that people come to with all their questions, and I've got to have answers to everything. And I'm also Jason on the floor. I'm his main contact on the floor. I've got to make sure everything's happening on time. I've got to do all those sort of things. So I'm a very important role in the day to making sure tonightly happens.
And because we transmit tonight as well, there'll be legal issues that will come up that we'll deal with, and I'll be able to answer some, but some will have to be filtered to the lawyer.
This week, the Church of England Synod...
Script changes throughout the day. Auto cue will need to be changed frequently, and there'll be big grand ideas of props they want that relate to the day's news, so I'll have to sort of decide whether we can afford to do that and whether it fits in with the budget.
The key people on the day, the director at all times needs to know what is going into the show and when it's going into the show. I have a series editor. He's there to make sure that there's continuity between the shows. A day team consists of a day producer, associate producer and researcher. So every 4 days they've got to put a show out, and the day producer really is on that day the conduit between the exec area and the people who are actually going to make the things happen.
During the day, you work with the writers, you work with Jason, you work with Aidan, and you also work with the talent that are coming in, because each show will have different pieces of talent, and so you have to be across them, making sure they're happy, they know what they're doing, and they've got all the information and props or whatever they need as well. Things change a lot, obviously, because it's a news reactive show. You've got to be confident in dumping an item just because A, it doesn't work, or B, something better comes along, which is quite often quite difficult.
The writers are very important, because we obviously have to come in first before everybody, and we have to just sift through the papers. We have to decide what is appropriate content.
But it's a great feeling. It's good working in a team with other writers, and it's good having the pressure on you. What we do is we tend to work on our own individually, and then we'll compile a kind of master document with all our stuff in together, and we'll look over it and try and improve bits and stuff, and then we'll send that off, and they'll come back and say more jokes.
So in 12 hours, being able to take a thought from a thought into a script, into graphics, into VT, into a performer doing it, into a rehearsal, getting it signed off by the channel, and then onto the TV.
That's Tonightly, every weeknight at 11 in August, kicking off next Friday on Channel 4.